Guys, how's it going? I know I missed out on week 7 update for eczema, but I'm just gonna combine week 7 and week 8. It's been super busy. I've been moving back to school, starting 2 jobs, studying. Things are pretty hectic, and surprisingly, compared to how much stress comes with moving, changing your whole routine, going back to school, going back to work, eczema has not only stayed the same and not gotten worse, it's gotten a whole lot better. And I don't think it's due to the environment or anything, because on my way up from New York City to Vermont, it was just getting better and better. I don't know if you guys can see, but everything is just getting a whole lot better. It's still super like wrinkly from like the coarseness of eczema, but you can see that the redness is totally going away. Still some signs of it, but it's gotten to the point where I stopped worrying about it. Like, I think it reached a threshold past which I'm not constantly thinking about it. I'm not constantly reaching for it or scratching. I slept the whole night last night. I woke up at 6:45 this morning and I went to bed at 11. And I didn't wake up all night, so it's pretty freaking fantastic. Things are getting a whole heap better. This is about month 8, so I'm closing in on almost a year now, and the journey has been so wild. It has been super stressful in the beginning, and I know that I preach a low-fat, plant-based diet, no alcohol, coffee, refined sugars, and a lot of things, because from my experience I've had a very bad time with them. Maybe you can tolerate more, maybe you can tolerate even less. I find that I can tolerate some oils, I can tolerate some processed food, but literally the bare minimum, honestly. I'm not eating fried food whatsoever. I'm not eating refined sugars where I can. The occasional like Fig Newton bar, the occasional soup that has some oil in it, the occasional stir fry at Chinese food restaurants. That, infrequently, I have no problem with. And I'm sure you too can tolerate some degree of oils and stuff like that. But looking at the big picture, keeping the fats low, that has changed my skin dramatically. And I think that's what I can attribute such a great progression to, because before I used to have a very high fat diet, like just going all out. I used to have hash browns, I used to have ice creams and sweets and just everything. I was a real sweet tooth, and that sent me into a bad spiral. And that's how I think I got here in January. I was just in a very bad place with my skin, regardless of where I was, whether I was in a non-heavily polluted environment or pristine environment, whether I was high stress, low stress, lots of lotions, it absolutely meant nothing. And when I changed my diet, that's when everything started changing. So, you guys might believe in low glycemic diets, you might believe in low carb diets, whatever it may be, you experiment with it. I'm telling you from my experience, this gave me results that nothing else have. And that's really exciting. So I gave myself a year to try this, and it's looking like 3/4 of the year is almost over, and I could be looking at clear skin in a very short period of time. Eczema on my legs and knees, getting whole world better. The only place I really have it right now is sort of like on my arm and backside, which is like the last serious place I have it, and even there it's not great, but it's not high stress. So that's going away slowly. I haven't used lotion in over 5 days. Feeling pretty good. There is some dryness, as you can see, but not overwhelming dryness. I'm feeling 9 out of 10. When I first started this about 2 months ago, I was feeling pretty bad. Like I was feeling like a 2 or 3 out of 10. And the stress levels were pretty high. And now I feel like it finally flipped. So keep you guys updated with how my eczema is doing. But other than that, I think I would rather like to put out the things that I have done to help get to where I am now. Things like tips of foods to eat, foods to stay away from, practices like exercise and cleansing, and just anything else that has really helped me. I'm just going to try to put all of that out there. Give me some time. You know, I have a lot of work I'm doing as well, but I'd like to keep this going. Just because I'm healed doesn't mean I'm going to stop making videos. I want to keep making it. I want to keep putting that stuff out there, hopefully help more of you guys. You really seem to respond to the 5 tips that I did in the beginning of, or the end of May. 5 tips to start healing eczema. And I do those every single day. Everything I put out there, I've done. I am doing, and I continue to do. So when you watch these videos, you know that those are actually things that have gotten me the success that I have the pleasure of experiencing right now. I think it's really the key to clearing up your skin. I'm sorry for this long video. This was also a life update, a little bit of a insight into my philosophy, and also if you ever believe that I'm incorrect, that's fine. You know, I'm not trying to make this a very dogmatic thing, just sharing my experience. If you feel something differently, fantastic. Any which way you can go about healing your eczema while causing the least harm to animals, which is through a plant-based diet, is fine by me, honestly. I'll see you guys next time.